Hey there, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Rescue, Episode 5, Mass Burial. So, what do you want me to do overmorrow? Or like the day after, or what do you want me to do tomorrow once I wake up? I can explore, organize gear, clear out around the warehouse continually, because obviously there was like an attack last night. Go to a point of interest, another point of interest, possibly looking for magazines or VHS tapes or something entirely different, and that will be up to you. So I've put the bucket and the watering can up here so that I can have barely a renewable source of water whenever it rains. Because I can boil that on the antique stove that I have and make it potable. I don't wish I was able to get... I did pick slow reader as a trait. Slow reader is pretty insufferable on multiplayer servers, I'll warn you, because you read so slow that it takes you like weeks to get through reading material. Alright, it's already too late. So I got through all of the carpentry book and then most of the electrical book, which is not bad. Way more than I'd be able to read in one day. I'd lose my mind after like an hour of reading about electrical. I am actually relatively surprised I'm not getting sick from all the corpses. I guess there's just not densely packed enough to get me sick. Kind of surprising. Oh, I'm also very hungry. The key to making textbooks tolerable is note-taking. Survival is also a good motivator. Yeah, I'd imagine if my life depended on it, maybe I'd be a little bit more motivated. But I have what I would loosely call, like, reading narcolepsy. Not so much for trade magazines, but years ago I took sort of like high-level programming / math courses, and I would, the minute I would open the book, like, the weight of the world would land on my eyelids, and I would just be put to sleep. Like, I don't even know how to describe, but it would be like, oh, I'm going to sleep now. Like, I have no choice. Yeah. Even if I was totally intending to be a diligent student or whatever, I would just be like, sorry. But math theory puts me to sleep. Can you sleep on the table? You can, yeah. As Soulblader said, you can sleep on chairs, sofas, beds, floor if you're desperate. But not on tables. And floor, you can only fall asleep on floor. Oh, you can also fall asleep in cars, too. But floors, you can only fall asleep in if you're exhausted, ridiculously tired, the maximum amount of being tired. Otherwise, it won't even give you the prompt. You'll be able to just sit on the ground. This legal building has seen better days. So as I mentioned before, I wanted to clear towards the gas station so that I have easier sources of food and a renewable source of gasoline if I want it. Or if I need it. Oh, you're already dead. Can I really tell the difference between before the outbreak and after the outbreak? No, I don't know. There's also a lot of stores around here that might have some useful stuff. I haven't taken full inventory, so I just know of the tools that I have a memory for. I don't think I've gotten a needle. But I have, so of my checklist, I'll just read them off for you. Generator, which I don't have. Sledgehammer, I do have. Needle, nope. Scissors, yes. Pipe wrench, yes. Lug wrench, yes. Tire pump, yes. Jack, no. I don't have a car jack. Saw, hammer, propane torch, welder, welder mask, gas can, and cooking pot. I have all of that except for the cooking pot. So the ones I really need, just going off of my memory, is a generator, needle, and a cooking pot. Needle, so that I can tailor my own clothing to make them stronger. Generator, obviously, is for power. And then a cooking pot, because the sauce pot that I have is much smaller volume, and therefore can't handle bulk cooking as well. Really? Okay. Well. Guess I'm going away from there. Man, what hourly slave labor worker was diligent enough to be like, all right, so it's the zombie apocalypse. I'm going to make sure the doors to this gas and go is locked. Said Nahasapina Pedalon only. That's okay. One of the advantages of that the building alarm is it will drag zombies that are like north of my base towards my base, allowing me to kill them sort of one by one if I'm lucky. The disadvantage is, of course, there's going to be a giant group piled up around the gas station for the foreseeable future until they dissipate or get killed. Or both. And by dissipate, I mean disperse. The other D word. Ah! Repeater location map fragment. So this regards, as you can see, it says mod wolf extraction quest. I'll talk a little bit about the wolf extraction then, as a result, because I know people have been asking. So the way wolf extraction works is you have to know where to build antenna repeaters to be able to contact an extraction helicopter. And that's all I'll say for now, because, well, if you're ever really wondering, you can just right-click and go extraction tracker, and it will tell you. But yeah, that repeater fragment is something I need to be able to escape and be rescued. I just need a lot more than just a single fragment. Spare a car to clean up the gas station? The other car that I had, I don't think was in a particularly good condition. I think that it would probably die in the process. So I don't think it's worth risking my life to get it done fast. Do they require electrics to construct? We'll see. My character's getting a little fatigued, so I should probably take a breather after this zombie. Let's go where I am safe. What I should have done... Oh, actually I did do it. I was going to say what I should have done is leave the book on me so I can continue reading when I want a little breather from combat. But I actually brought it with me. So at this point, I can start breaking down wooden things and electrical things and get full experience from the... from it. And I want to do metalwork and tailoring as well. Those are, I think, in my opinion, some of the more important skills. I'm also hungry. I wonder how bad it is over at the gas station now. Probably pretty bad over there. But I don't hear any zombies pounding on my walls, so that's good. One of the advantages of cleaning out around the base, like I did, is if an alarm or gunfire or something loud was to ever happen, I wouldn't have such a massive horde to contend with. Although this group up ahead is not insignificant. It's kind of a lot of zombies. How'd it go? Thank you for the resub and welcome. Do I have a background in software development or web dev? Yeah, a little bit of both. Dabbled, let's say. I feel like I'm calling a cat. Psst, 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 come here. Really? I peeled all but one? That's not useful. Might as well just yell at him. Another map. March Ridge map. Don't go. Gun here. Axe and tools here. Okay. I'll mark these down, I guess. So... was it this building? I think it was. I'll have to double check. Yeah, okay. Was that building, and then the gun is third house from the left. Okay. So, there is a gun here. Highly doubt I'll ever use it, but whatever. I have info now. Alright. Doing more, neighborhood watch tomorrow, it seems. Making sure that the base belongs to us. And in doing that, I also probably want to, remove some of the corpses from the inside. Because I think I've probably hit, like, a bad number now. So of all the maps, I'm missing Riverside's map, and that's it. I have all of the Louis maps now. All 9 of them. So the only map I need to pick up is the river maps. Can I throw my crowbar at her? No. The only ranged weapons in the game are, oh god, that's a lot of zombies. Are, guns. Without mods. I'm going to try to hold off on taking the beta blockers. Unless I really get swarmed. They're better to use in an emergency, I think. Still have a somewhat high-level panic. Oh yeah, there are engineer traits for smoke bombs and pipe bombs. True. Yeah, they barely do anything though. That's why I overlooked them. That engineering tree, like I almost don't touch, just because until they rework the value of those items, they're just not. As you say, they're not effective at all. The only thing that I would say would be effective is fire, but fire also can't really be controlled, not until next patch. So fire will absolutely kill hordes of zombies, but there's nothing to stop it from also killing you or destroying the entire city that you're in. So I usually leave fire alone as a result. There are ways to use it safely, they're just kind of annoying to do. I think this is going to be the last zombie I clear out, and just spend the rest of the day reading up on some books, because I'm probably going to get drowsy soon. And I might cook myself some chicken. Unless you become a firefighter. Here's the thing, is head to toe in bunker gear, you'll still die instantly if you ever get set on fire. Next patch. Oh, you know what? I said I would move the dumpster and clean up some courses, so I'll do that instead. Next patch, they will be. I haven't played it, but they did say that they were going to rework the fire system, which is what I assume to mean make it so that playing with fire isn't like an instant death if you mess up once. The issue with it now is like everything is flammable in the game, like everything. And there's really not a good way to put fire out. Technically, there are fire extinguishers, but they don't work very well. And if you yourself are on fire, there's no, like, stop, drop, and roll ability. So if you get on fire, almost every time you will just die. It's very rare that the fire gets put out in time for you to not die a horrible, horrible death. Hey, dumpster lady. Thought I heard you lurking around. But if they rework the fire system, then that, that would be pretty cool. And then the other issue is, yeah, like, everything is flammable, so if you set a building on fire, the fire will just spread unchecked unless it just happens to be raining. And there's not much in the game to stop a fire from just burning down an entire city, because it will just keep spreading and spreading and spreading unchecked. It's kind of crazy, is all I'm saying. Yeah, you can extinguish it with water, but it's finicky to use. That's like, calling it finicky is doing it a kindness. Half the time when you try to approach fire to put it out, you will set yourself on fire, getting too close to it, and then just die. Like I'm not. It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but not by much, as anyone that has played with fire in this game would probably know. You get within like a tile of it, you set yourself on fire, and then you're just dead. Which is not realistic unless in real life, unless you make a habit of like wearing nylon head to toe or something stupid that makes you super flammable. All right, corpse cleanup. Yay! Yeah, I've set brick buildings on fire. The game doesn't care. Ground won't burn, but everything besides ground and cars will burn, for the most part. Thank goodness for the magical deletion abilities of a dumpster. I can just delete these corpses into nothing. So last patch or the patch before? Strip them for sewing XP? That's not a bad idea. Although some of these are already stripped. And then also, like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of corpses, so I'm not super worried about that. I'd rather read the Taylor of it first. What I was going to say is the last patch, or maybe the patch before, they introduced corpse sickness as well. So if you're around a lot of corpses, you will start to fall ill. The same way being in a building indoors with a generator will make you ill as well, because of carbon monoxide poisoning. So managing corpses is important. There is some caveats. No matter how many corpses there are outside, if I'm inside, let's call it miasma, won't affect me in here. So there could be a million corpses just beyond my walls. As long as I'm indoors, I'm in a different zone as far as the game's concerned, and therefore won't be affected. The minute I would step outside, I would get, violently ill very, very rapidly. But and then there also needs to be a critical mass to it as well. So I forget what the number is, but it's something like 15 or 20 corpses within a certain area will start triggering sickness. So like a single corpse here or there isn't really a big deal. And you can ignore it, But as soon as you get up to double digits, you're going to start running into corpse problems. And you can bury them with a shovel digging into the soil. You can throw them in dumpsters like I'm doing. You can burn them if you're brave or foolish, or maybe a bit of both. There's a whole bunch of different ways to deal with corpses. Yeah. Don't nap near stanky corpse piles, exactly. What's funny is I think RimWorld introduced corpse rot right around the time Zomboid did. So in like both of two of the games I play a lot of, corpse rot like became a thing all of a sudden. Just give myself a hobo bath, which is funny because I think there's showers in this facility. No, there's just a locker room, not showers, right? All right, the corpses are all cleaned up, and tomorrow I'll be doing a little bit more slaying. It looks like Crowbar is he's getting a little beat up, so I might want a backup weapon. a backup crowbar. Perfect. Look at how fresh and clean I look. Midnight, high highs, gummy worms, and gummy bears. The midnight snack of champions. Did something explode? Yeah, it was just a... It's what is called a meta event. You know, it was the idea that a random survivor, like, shot off a shotgun. The person doesn't actually exist, but the noise will shuffle zombies around. So you'll hear screaming, or a dog barking, or gunshots, and they're all just things that shuffle zombies around. They're not actual NPCs firing weapons or anything like that. What should I do tomorrow? That's up to you. So another day clearing around the old warehouse. That gas station looked pretty overrun. The zombies might have shuffled away by now, if I'm lucky, so that there's like less of a dense blob of them. But I will see soon. Also burning through my food supplies, eating all my junk food. How are you bored from junk food, man? You had some weird childhood if you don't like junk food. So if you're playing with the Wolf Extraction mod like I am, definitely collect those repeater scraps. They're very critical. The mod does allow you to set whether or not you need them at all. By default, the mod will not require them. So if you want to play like I'm playing, you have to go into custom difficulty settings and in setting up a server or a single player game, you set the Wolf Extraction mods settings in server setup. It's not like one of the mods where you can set it up in here in the mods menu. It's server options, not game options. Do zombies attract other zombies with noise? No. I don't think so. But they're blobbing together as part of their movement code, where they group up in clusters and move around. So go to a point of interest for tomorrow. What POI to head to tomorrow? I could do for books, food, VHS tapes, car parts, tools, generator. Should have had an other, but that's a pretty good list. Yeah, there's still pretty big groups around that gas station. Well, okay. Here's a Tasty Foods right here. If I clear enough of the zombies around the immediate area, I might be able to get some food out of that. Plus the gas station, too. You know, it might actually be worth... I'm going to hold off on this poll, because I might actually grab a lot of food today if I'm productive enough in clearing these zombies. Meaning that the results of the poll might skew differently if I wait to poll. Starting to do the leather ripping. It'd be better if I had read all the level 1 tailoring book first, but I probably want the leather strips more than the experience anyway. Definitely feeling like I'm getting more efficient with the weapons. Would water barrels be considered as tools? Yeah, probably. I could go to the gardening store, which is a little across town, and fetch some water barrels. That's probably closer than going to the military checkpoint for water barrels. Water barrels isn't a bad idea to be able to manage when the water will be cut off. The other thing is, like, I could always just level up carpentry through VHS tapes and make my own water barrels. You know, you can solve that problem 2 different ways. Cheers. Come on. Gas station zombies. Someone see me. Someone see me. Yeah, my favorite 2 zombie games would be this and State of Decay. State of Decay is more like action shooter, and this is more survival builder. But they're both great in their own ways. Dying Light 1 and Days Gone are pretty good too. And of course, if you're playing co-op, the original Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 were pretty stellar. I've been pretty lucky so far. These zombies have voluntarily attacked me in much smaller groups. Oh, vitamins. I'll put that in my pouch. That's, what, 3? Okay, good. Have I played Dead Island? I have. I don't care for it as much as Dying Light 1, I guess. It's not to say that it's bad, it's just... It's, it was not very challenging. Oh, wait. I have not played Dismantle, though. Okay, the chopper is above me. I think I'm actually going to try to, rather than be in a Windows room, try to be in my little hutch thing and stay away from the window. I'd rather not have zombies be able to bite me. So, calling an audible. Hide from the chopper. My goodness. I get an alarm, and I'm spending ages trying to clean up the alarm, and now I have to deal with a chopper? Fast forwarding time and listening to it, it did not see me. I don't think it's hovering around me, it's just traveling around in the area. If it was hovering around me, you wouldn't hear it. You know, I'm hearing it in stereo, so you wouldn't hear it, like, move around you like that. So that was the metal workbook. If I'm running around with the metal workbook, I should probably run around with the mask and propane torch. Magazines. So that's how to make traps, metal containers, metal fences, and herbal remedies. What am I eating now? Let's make some chicken. This inventory screen is a mod called Inventory UI. And I hope that there isn't a giant horde of zombies right outside my little base now. I think I'm correct in saying that the chopper was not attracted to me, but who knows? Oh, right. I can't light this with a mat. That won't work. I need a magazine or something. Looks like a must-have. Yeah, one of the reasons I particularly like it is it allows you to visibly see the layers very easily to know like what articles of clothing you're missing, which is not something that you get normally in Project Zomboid. So for that reason alone, it's a really nice tool. Like I can see that I have a denim shirt and a hoodie, but I don't have a long sleeve shirt layer or the tank top layer or Hawaiian shirt layer. I don't have a vest on. I don't have a face thing on. I don't have jewelry. You know, I don't have a scarf. It makes it very easy to min-max your layer coverage, which is very useful when you're trying not to die. A little dark. So, what to do tomorrow for points of interest? I'm going to put that up again because I wasn't able to get to that gas station. Oh, why is this unlit? What the hell? I lit it. Why did it go out? I have to find another fuel source. Or another magazine. I guess I could splinter wood, too. Whatever, I'll burn a magazine. I already have 2 Hunter Volume 2s. Okay, burning for 24 hours. Did I just, like, add the magazine as fuel last time? I must have. That's the only reasonable explanation, that I just, like, screwed it up. And yeah, I'm going to be drinking rainwater from a bucket. Oh, yeah. I do have a... This warehouse is, like, chock full of paint buckets that I could empty all the paint out and then just fill them with water. That's a pretty decent way to keep yourself hydrated if you don't know how to make proper rain buckets. Because this warehouse, I noticed, had probably like 30 or 40 paint buckets, which is a lot of gallons of water. It looks like we're going to be heading for a generator. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Rescue, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com and the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie slayers.